Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City.
Hello?
As
You
we'll
still
see a squad from the Big 12, a
Hello?
squad looking to put on a show. Taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the
Hello?
Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports
Yeah.
College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Huh?
We are together. His phone trick us. He can't do it from his phone. Yeah, go ahead. Fashi?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, tell them.
Oh, yeah. So what I was saying was about the budget that I wanted to set up. So yeah, so you like I know you're doing a lot of stuff on your end, and I didn't want it to be like if you see something that you may think would be good, I don't want it to be a reason why like that might cost too much. I don't want to do that because of the price or whatever. You know, that's why I want to set up something so you have some money so you won't have to use your money or whatever. I know you like I said you've been doing it paying yourself, but that's not the way it should work. So I don't want money or cost or whatever to be an issue if you see something like, oh yeah, I think that'd be great. Hey, run it. That's
Yeah, I appreciate that. That. I've been working hard to try to keep this low cost, low expense, and just to see how much we can do for free. But just the math is kind of like working into like numbers I didn't quite think of. You think 30 lines, 30 people, but actually somehow 30 lines over 112 devices, which is interesting. It's an interesting number and an interesting figure to kind of help us kind of understand scaling. But yeah, no, that sounds great. We can do that. And then, so mostly within the next couple of months, I want to try to expand out the server's capacity. And I wanted to talk to you about that too. And what that would mean for us is essentially more capabilities and more features. I'm looking into the possibility of trying to do like attached trailers. So, the trailer game is really locked down. So YouTube has their own system, Amazon, Hulu, every major media provider has their own trailer system. So I've been crunching some numbers and figuring out what would it cost to do for ours. But what I would have to do is because I have like a TMDB account, which is it's called the movie database account. Now we can go about this a couple different ways. We could go and get like the developer account, because right now what I've done was I've taken one account, cached all of the shows that we need, and I have been periodically hitting my TMDB count within its limits to try to get every show that we need for us. Then I cache it to our server, and everybody can now view all of their images without having to call back TMDB. Yeah. So we essentially are getting that for free, but we could actually like free up some space on our server to set room for trailers. And I think it'd be kind of cool to roll in trailers so people can actually see what these movies are about instead of just reading about it. So I'm trying to see what it would take to kind of implement that in the future. But yeah, that could go from, so I think I was mentioning it just because it can go from anywhere from $250 a year to it could possibly be maybe $500 a year, maybe $750 a year, somewhere in that space, because storage is quite costly per terabyte. And
it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this game.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fighting off the defender. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. Past the 30. He's at the 10. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
If I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is
you know, if you want to know what's going on, come into the environment, purchase it, and enjoy it, or, you know, that kind of thing. But we're not going to be actively here, look at this, come with us, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that's the safer path, unless you guys want to get more aggressive. And then in that case, I was thinking about changing the strategy of calling it an IPTV player or an M3U player, marketing it as something totally different, and then allowing it to be something that's discoverable, like deep within inside the application that, you know, it's posing as. So for instance, like we make it like a I don't know, I'm thinking off the dome here. So like, I mean, this isn't what I would suggest, but like, what if we originally marketed it as a chess game that has the ability to call in 3U players? So on the front interface, there's the chess level, and then once you go into the settings and you click
having a
on
guy
player,
this
it goes
dynamic at the
into
quarterback spot that can take it 50 plus
you know,
and make it look
it's a
that
bit much,
easy.
but I mean, that's
You stop.
the other.
It's kind of like, if you know, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, and then you know
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone.
And it's really kind of like I don't want to say tedious,
and
but
he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utah Utes offense has the ball for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, we'll be wrong, we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QB.
They finally get it stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Utes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Dampier.
To their phone, and basically
and the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Hey, I trust your judgment, so hey, run it.
Looking to fire. Behind his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
I'm just wanting to be ready before we have to get ready.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
So, if you're not familiar with passing, instructions are just like...
They're in the red zone and they'll pass
it's a way of...
using the quick game. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get the ball.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd and goal coming up. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counter?
Touchdown, Hughes! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football.
Will feel different by September. September, this app will be more robust. It'll be well supported. It'll feel like a totally different app from right now until September.
Okay.
Like guaranteed, because what I'm rolling out over the
balance. Use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open, and then he's got that big ball just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And most users swap
I gotta see
TVs within their household. So even if the TV has different credentials, the users can swap over to another TV that has that separate credential. And if a user is taking your cell phone and they go and they have the mobile on the go credentials, then they can actually watch.
And he makes the extra point.
Television
76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Got any questions? Like, what I'm doing now? Like, just...
Oh, no.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25.
So it's making sense?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
I'm building on top of that the avatar system. So what you're seeing right now is like the early iteration of
Slithers into space.
Where
he gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Here comes the hurry up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
That's going to be kind of cool because you're going to be slowly building out that story of how much cars
they'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter end.
I've been talking to my mom about this.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
So that means that
we played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats.
And there's going to have a fall leaf. There's going to be a spring field for next year. And then there's going to also be
we've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going
depending on what you guys want to kind of design, build with that. I'm leaving space in the program for us to design art go along with it. So that way you guys can be creative and fun to practice. Like what I would love to do is also
and it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Put the guys together
the secondary of the defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and didn't legally.
Oh, he's got some space.
That is all of the color.
They finally
our
get him
one
on
throw
the
will
ground, and
never
this
be
junior
too,
turning in a big
right?
play after
So
the
like our
catch.
guy right now,
Third down, a lot of times it
big
comes down to
and a
not
lot of
necessarily
dudes
who's the
on
most
this
open,
contract
who do you
with
trust the
yellow
most?
gold
Yeah,
selected.
it's not about
What
the
I want
X's
to
and the
do
O's. It's
is
about the Jimmies and
be
the
able to
Joes. And
create
when
it to
my
where
guy's
there's
better
a
than you and I
quality
get you matched up out
that
wide, and I know I
complements
trust you,
dramatic steps.
I'm fine with
There's
it.
a twisted version
This time he
that
doesn't get
complements
loose,
dramatic
and
steps
finally
that
the
also
defense
gives
gets
us
him
the
bottled
dudes
up
and
behind
like
the
in that
line.
big space
Well,
in
this
the upper
quarterback
left
has
hand
had a
corner
lot of
or right hand
success
corner,
burning this
where you
defense
select
with
the
his
picture in
legs.
picture.
That time, though, there was nowhere to go.
I
Give the
want that
defense
space to
credit. They
also be
won
like
their
that,
one-on-ones up
right
front.
hand
Tremendous speed, getting to
Yeah,
him
I've
and bringing
noticed
him
the
down for a TFL.
memorial day
The
ticket
mighty
that I
Utah
put out.
student section
Talking about
alive
it.
and bringing the noise on
Yeah,
third down.
and I know this.
He
Like
took a
everybody
hit
probably
as he
thinking you
threw
opened
it
it
and
on
couldn't deliver the
Memorial Day
football. It's
16.
incomplete and fourth
So what
down's
I'm
coming.
thinking is
They've decided
hard
to try to go
coding
for the field goal here.
that. So
He'll swing that big leg for three from 44
year,
yards out.
all of it, like every year is going to pop up that theme. And what I want to also do is like versatile. So then that way,
And guys, after the
I mean,
field
if
goal
that's
now, they have
if
the
people
lead.
want to do that, they
So
don't.
they were able to put
You
him
know,
in the
and,
spot on that
it'd be
last
kind of
drive.
cool
And now the
if
kickoff
you
team
know, if
out
the
there as they
television
prepare to
actually
put
had
boot to leather.
TV cameras. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a safe thing too.
And
I
it'll
thought
be a
that was pretty
touchback.
cool.
The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah
Like you
offense
can say it?
returns ready to go back on the attack. They're still looking for a
Yeah, why you want to know all that
activity as they
information?
trail 10-7.
But some people I already have, like the people that I already have, I can put it on
Downfield,
there
it's Dampier.
instead of having to ask. Instead of having to ask.
That one could
Then
really
somebody else
put this
happen to
drive
see it.
into
Well, why
high
you
gear
have
as they have
birthday?
a
I didn't
first
know,
down at
whatever.
37.
It did like that.
Yeah,
But
this defense
like I
is going
said,
to
in
have to have a
contact,
plan
I
for
do
this
have some
tight end,
people's
especially when he
information.
lines
Right?
up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can
Speaking
run. And
that,
because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Got it in the middle. It's Bentley. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Got it behind the line. It's Bentley. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt-cover unit. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football. Put a nice drive together and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Click on it. Click on it.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Oh, yeah, cool.
Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Garbers. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. There he goes. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around, they've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's a long way to throw the football. When you throw that comeback, it's all the way out wide. Nice job by the corner seeing it. The receiver looks like he's running a vertical route, but then sets it down. He stays right there with him, breaks on the football, and swats it down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Calls his own number. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down.
Breaks into the open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass. It's Dampier. Right on the money.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Going to swing it on second down.
Like, if we could get the try into changes them,
They'll get it down.
like, because if we go into support chat, we're communicating with them.
And you've
We
seen
don't
the
have an option
evolution of these
to play.
slot receivers. They're just
Say,
matchup
create a
nightmares. They're
space,
hard to
just
get
in
your
case
hand
we
on. A lot of
can't
times
answer
they're off the football.
in
You
that
can't jam them.
check support,
These guys are
then we
so
could create a
productive, and
piece from
offenses
the
really
support check.
feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Grabs behind the line. It's Bentley. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback will keep it. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. We'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend
if it needed to
of
be,
speed,
like if we couldn't
size,
fix what we needed to fix, within that inbox message between the user and the operator, then I'd like to be able to have, all right, create open case, the yellow button, the create open case, and then we can start from there. It will pre-populate who we're already talking to, and then start putting in all the information that we need to know about that case. You know, the status, the metadata for all of that.
Okay. I'll just have to explore it because
Okay.
I mean it's not something that like offhand I know if it'll work or not.
Right. I understand. I mean, if it doesn't, I get it. I was just wondering if that was a possible thing, because I see that if we see the message in inbox and we are unable to do something, instead of getting out of the support chat and then going right into cases, I see it's right below it. It's not, a hard thing to do, but I was just wondering if there was a shortcut that we could possibly do where we could click new case inside of the inbox in case or in the subscribe. Once you go into the message.
Possibly. I could possibly do something to that effect.
Okay.
And then no pre-populated data other than the household or the subscriber's name is moving over. That's it.
Yes.
You're not taking anything more from that conversation over into the new case.
No.
All right. Well, maybe that's more possible. And then you can try to, because like when you open a case, there's already that pre-populated list already. But I understand what you mean, like just try to have it preset.
Mm-hmm.
So when you press open case, it'll go straight to Reggie's house.
Yes.
And then you can just basically fill out what the problem is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From there, moving forward. Yeah.
Right.
That'd be great.
Well, our panels are separate right now. We haven't unified anything, so maybe you can explore that first.
Oh, well, I could.
Yeah, because all the API backend, like the hard stuff is done. All you have to do is design the way you want this to look, like the support chat and all of those other strong pieces that are server side. I've already completed all of those endpoints before I gave you the panel.
Okay.
So
I did the inbox number thing and the chime for that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the only thing that you have to worry about right now is just the UI. And basically what we're going to do when we create a final version of that UI is
they're lined up and ready to kick off this second half.
We're not going to have a reason to do a mass field. You know what I'm saying?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did. The quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I don't know how you give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys.
Okay.
So if you see
The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
And, you know, because we're training.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the run, it's Parker.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. They got to keep that up here in the second half.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Yeah.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. They've got the screen set up, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. It looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to call back on this one, they need him to break one up, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
This is why Rice-Eccles one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. At the 40, there he goes. And he goes out of bounds, but finally
No, not right now. Like I said, I haven't really.
There was a lot of major updates with this last one, especially with the pause screen. Have you guys noticed that?
What oh, the pause screen. Where you see the you can see different clips from the show that you're watching in the VOD.
Yep, in VOD, where basically you pause and it shows cover art from the actual movie or show that you're watching.
Yeah, I noticed that with Beverly Hills Cops. I saw like a lot of different clips.
Yeah, okay. And so that's also stored on our server side. You guys have noticed, of course, you guys noticed the Who's Watching page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, everything else that's like awesome is happening underneath the hood. So really, I'm just doing a lot of back end work and API work to kind of get prepared for the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the ETA of stabilization?
For TV?
Yes.
Passing game getting something going here as they try to rally.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've
Done
seen earlier
with
in the
like the
game a couple
majority
shorter
of the
throws,
major
just trying to
updates,
suck those
or
safeties closer
if
to the
that's
line
the
of
case, then
scrimmage,
I can possibly try
anticipating
to bring
that
other
they would get
people
an
over,
opportunity to take a
or
shot.
because
They
I was
called the
gonna
perfect
reach
play
out to
at the
some that
perfect
have
time right
maybe
there.
some people
He'll
that
be
walked
pulled
away,
down after a
but
good
that
run.
was
They'll
because
mark it at the
the service had
15.
became too crucial for them.
Halfway there
So
on
want to
first
reach
down,
out
it's
to them
2nd
and
and
bring
5.
them back over, you know.
Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The other AK apps. So the people were leaving because they said it became too
We've reached the
risky.
break.
They
It's
weren't able
Utah
to get
holding
into
the
work.
lead.
They weren't
And
able
as
to
we
get
switch
involved,
ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national
so they walked
rankings.
away. I wanted to be able to contact them and bring them over. So I just want to be sure that we don't run into, like, okay,
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all
they're
about
not feeling
somebody
it, but wanting
stepping
to
up
bring
to
them
make
back
a
over.
play, and you might as well
And
start
hopefully
here in the fourth
shouldn't be
quarter.
considered
So we open the final period with a third down play.
or bringing them back to the app when it's stable enough for us to say, okay,
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's in for the touchdown.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense in the right place.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Yeah. It's actually over 100,000.
Snap from the gun on third down.
So that means that we can, every device.
Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Okay, well, let's do that
You
because
think they would have had a good chance to
right now
down that
where
one
it
deep, but
stands,
the
we
bounce
still got
carries
to
it
be
into
getting
the end
brought
zone
over.
for the touchback. Now this offense is
And
back
seeing
on the
how it's
field.
not
They tied it up with a
credentialed,
touchdown drive, got some good work from their
yeah,
defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to
considering
move
that
on
it's
top.
a device,
The give on the
and
option.
people have to feel
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
we're
But you got to
already
give the
at
defense credit. They knew a
capacity
big
right
key in
now.
this one was slowing this dude
Yeah,
down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Because it's by
To the
device,
air on
not
second
by
down.
credentials.
The sweet feet buy a little time.
So we're
Nowhere
struggling.
close on that one
And
as
I'm
he
sure
got
that, we got
trimmed
Mr.
trying to
Loretta,
deliver
we
the
got a bunch of
football, and
them.
now they face third
You know what I'm
down.
saying?
And we
So
need more of
I
this
know
from
that
this
there are
defense,
people
man.
out
They
there
have
that got
let this guy have too
multiple
much time to
devices.
throw the football.
So
They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet,
Mr.
haven't sacked him.
Loretta
But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
He'll try to field the punt to see if he can give his offense better field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
I'm thinking that's what we should probably do.
Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
People that are
Fires to
not
the
telling
middle.
us that they're doing it.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Defense away from the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He's got incredible speed.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one.
We give them the tiny URL, and while they're doing that,
They're down to the 20, first and
waiting
10.
for the activation code to put in the remaining, and then
Looking to pass. It's Dampier.
so we don't have to do using the
Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. You don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout call here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And then the entry really don't work.
Now
So
a
I don't know
lot of
what's
work to
going
do
on,
to
but
move the
it's
chains,
very
keep this
rare
drive
that
alive
sometimes
after
the
that
credentials
earlier
be
sack.
out of rare for the so
Trying to
far.
move the sticks on third
And
down
that's
through
what I
the
think
air.
you again and
Looking
push
to
it back
get it
in.
in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it
I
first
think it's a
and goal.
lot easier when we do
This offense right
than
on
how
the
we have to do
doorstep.
it.
They
And
can
people, I think,
grab the
because I want
lead
to support
late
it,
as
and I got
time
to do that.
continues to wind down. And he gets it back
You
to
don't
the
have to enter that
4-yard
in
line
anymore.
and
They
no
enter the
farther.
biggest thing you have to enter in is the
Quick
tiny
timeout
URL.
by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has
Yeah,
the same
that's it.
call.
And then we activate them from there. So,
And the D deny them on
I don't
second
know
and
when he
goal.
can. I don't know when we can extend it. So maybe
Looking up top, and time is
comes
of
back
the
to
essence.
ask that question.
Knocked
Because
away,
then that means we can
incomplete in
start. We
the
can
end
still
zone.
pack people off.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now it's third and goal.
And text them and say, hey, we'll do that. We'll switch you over.
From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it.
Man, that's a big stop by this defense and decision time for this offense. And listen, I am the aggressive type. I want to go for it 90% of the
Some
time.
people get it and you don't know if they're doing
I
it
got
right
a chance
away.
to take the lead. I'm taking the field.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
They didn't get it done.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff
You're
team is
like
out there
Bobby when
ready
you
to
get
put
paid the
it
deal
away.
update. My wife said it ain't on. Yeah, I guess it ain't on. Okay, I just paid it. Okay, but now you rushing me to turn you back on.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
you just
Yeah,
paid.
I paid it to do it, but somebody else did it.
And they only need a
I paid
field
it,
goal,
so,
and they have to
okay,
manage
I
the
just got
time
it.
wisely here.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
Take the deep shot.
Now you,
But I said, that's why I just let you know that it doesn't happen automatically.
exactly.
That's why I said it's always best, you know,
Even
let
the
us
defense
know.
felt freaked out on that one. You're in the
That's what
fourth
we said,
quarter,
right
and
away.
you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college
Yeah,
football. You're
sometimes I
taking a
think they
shot
just
up top.
I guess
You
they're
just
doing everything else.
hold
I
on
guess they
tight and
just
hope for the
figured it
best, and
out.
that time they were able to
Because
force an
last week,
incompletion.
not that
A
easy.
deep throw as the clock winds down.
Oh,
Intercepted,
yeah.
and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return.
Right. I mean, that
they
would
don't.
be nice.
I guess they figure it turn off automatically and turn back on automatically. Go back to the bank account. When they take your money out, how long? Then when they put it back, how long it take? So
aggressive versus
they take it out
reckless is such a
automatically.
fine
Because
line.
I'm like,
When you're
man, we
trailing
still got to
and
put
you
it
need
on
to make plays late in the game, the offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good